We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go, come on.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
That's fine. Yeah, hurry up.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Let's go, come on.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On second down, here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with the completion. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
They'll run it with Williams, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season. tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. They run. This is Cohen. And his first carry, he loses the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A give to Howard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers making their way out. As we look back to last year, I don't know that anybody foresaw how things would play out. Heavy favorites in the NFC North, but the injury to Aaron Rodgers that cost him more than half the season, ultimately too much to overcome.
And when you think about how Green Bay has played over the last 10 years, there's been a lot of sameness to them, and that's been good. Continuity, offense, defense, coaching staff. But a lot of changes in the offseason for Green Bay, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You'll see a severe shakeup there. But the best thing for them, Aaron Rodgers, still in a Green Bay uniform. 16 games from Aaron Rodgers always makes Green Bay a contender for a Super Bowl crown.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they take possession at the 48-yard line.
Hey, gotta go.
Now Cohen. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
If indeed the Chicago Bears were looking for a nice change-up to Jordan Howard at running back, they found it in Tariq Cohen. I'm telling you, this guy is shifty, quick, even though he's small in stature. Some people have called him the latest human joystick.
How about that? That'll be fun for Madden players. Just 5'6", but as you said, he can move. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On second down, Trubisky. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Let's go, come on.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught left side by Kyle. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Hurry up.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rodgers looking to throw on second down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. Always got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go.
To throw on second down. Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They pitch it out to Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Inside.
Here's Rodgers to throw on second down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Dancing to his... And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Aaron Lynch able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Jackson now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you can kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball, And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'll be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Let's go, let's go.
On second down, here's Trubisky going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Come on, come on.
They run with Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now they'll run it with both. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
Let's go, we're on the ball after this.
Now it's Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Zoom, zoom. That's fine, yeah.
On first down, Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jonathan Bullard in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Rodgers now looking to throw on 2nd down. Got some room at the 30. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Graham. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, It used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Rodgers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They have the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards there and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Amendola catching it left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got Amendola on the connection. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20. For the Bears last season, Charles, as they come out here, a 2-game improvement, but when you go from 3-13 to 5-11, not enough to save their coaching staff. So in comes 40-year-old Matt Nagy. He's the new head coach, and seems to be bringing a new optimism with it.
Yeah, and you hate to put too much on the shoulders of not just a new head coach, but a second-year quarterback in Mitchell Trubisky. But this is the city of broad shoulders, and I think that he has them. And he's looking forward to working with this new crew. And similar to teams that really elevated with coaching changes, The Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams last year. I think that can happen here in Chicago as well because of the structure they'll put in place for this quarterback. Head coach who knows quarterbacks, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, they will really work with this guy, and I think that this team has a chance to roll.
They try again with Cohen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is Cohen on the toss. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start with a give to Cohen, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Come on, come on.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Zoom, zoom. Check, 4 down, 4 down.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Inside. Right up. Flip it in.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep now for Amendola. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hey, let's go, come on. Right up.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Slams. 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. It's caught at the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a little bit different size than they're used to seeing in Chicago, playing the middle linebacker position. But undersized or not, his speed is absolutely overwhelming. And when he arrives with a thump. The city of broad shoulders loves Roquan Smith.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Rodgers with a keeper. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Crosby on now to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Hurry!
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. Finding some room at midfield. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Let's go.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. The screen pass here to Cullen. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On third down, Trubisky. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 16. To Montgomery to begin the drive. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Packers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, 1st down. With it is Jackson. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. the toss. Cohen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Come on, gotta go.
On first down, they run with Howard. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard.
Come on, gotta go.
They go with Howard again. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Let's go, we're on the ball after this. Hey, gotta go.
This is Cohen, and they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Don't forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said...
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third.
And got his man complete. A big gain of 39 on third.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. Caught left side by Cobb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Box it.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And some room to work. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Now Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Well.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Spins away. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. On second down, Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Kevin King with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Green Bay, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.